Hi everybody, welcome to the last episode of this series. Today we're going to talk about epidemic psychology. I'm Rita and today it's all about you. Epidemic psychology explains how we react and why we react to serious illness, particularly a contagious one. And usually our first basic reaction is fear. Fear can bring suspicion, distrust and uncertainty to others, to our family and to our friends. For certain types of people, fear hijacks the sense of rationality and it can really make believe that the person is constantly in danger and sometimes make people act a little bit crazy. Sometimes fear can even make people ignore all the suggestions of the healthcare provider, or even so careless that they really believe that this is something that only happened to other people. After fear, something that can come as a very strong feeling, like for instance anxiety, can be a reality for many people. The medical uncertain and unfamiliar threatened disease can increase dramatically panic attacks and develop strong feelings of OCDC. All this situation can create eating, sleeping and resting issues. A way to deal with all these feelings is to have a mindful approach. Meaningful engagements with the activities and with the people that we love. Have some movement or some physical exercise and mastering something that we think that we are really good or that we really like it to do. In a crisis situation, in order to protect ourselves, it's important that we choose carefully the kind of social media that we want to engage. Panicking behaves, they are born from fear, but they are fed from misinformation. And if it's sometimes difficult to distinguish true and good information from a fake one, it's important that we start to look for this information in the official web pages of the healthcare providers. For instance, the World Health Organization and others. Only this kind of organisms can really give you true and rational idea about what is going on and what is probably going to happen. They can really inform you about what kind of risks that you can take and what can you do to minimize them or to even avoid them. So it's very important that you can inform yourself in a correct way in order to be able to make decisions, right decisions for you and for your family. Not knowing what is going to happen next and what the future can bring you can be very stressful and can really make you think in many catastrophe scenarios. But try to keep calm and try to understand and remind yourself how long during your life you already had so many other situations that you didn't know what was going to happen, and in the end you could overcome all them. So try to think positive in a way to help yourself to feel a little bit less stress and to help others around you feel exactly the same. Another kind of fear is the fear of death, a fear of pain, a fear of the extinguish of the self, and the fear that everybody that we love can disappear from our life. And all these fears must be filled. It's important that we allowed all our feelings to come out, and it's important that we allowed to feel feelings in a way that we make them real for us and not just something that you have in your head. If you ignore them, you will bring in the future much more pain, and you will have much more unsolved issues in yourself. So it's better that you can be okay and allowed all these fears to come to you. When these kind of issues are getting too strong and too heavy for you, maybe you can always try to find somebody to talk about them, like a friend or a person that you really trust, in order to try to address these kind of feelings and particularly these kind of fears. If you need more help in this matter, maybe a professional help, and if you are in an isolated situation or even in a quarantine situation, maybe you need to seek for an online therapy. In this matter, I'll be the person that can help you. So if you really need to talk about all of these fears and all of these feelings, and if you want to try this approach in an online way, please contact me. I will leave all my links and all my contacts in the description box, and try to assure that this kind of help can be very useful in these not so positive situations. Remember that only taking care of yourself, it's the only way for you to stay healthy. And that's all for today, guys. Today it's the last episode of this series. I hope you like it. I hope you subscribe to the channel, leave the thumbs up, share with a friend, and the most important thing is stay healthy. I'll see you next time. Bye.